See, in life, it's always plenty of situations where stuff is better left unsaid, but it's also a time when you gotta let it out. These are truths, unspoken truths.
What's up, man? It's your boy Bobby Splash, man. AKA Jay Gilmore, man. What's the word?
So let's go back to talk about where you from. And when I say where you from, I want to know the area and the significance of where you're from to your city and your state. Like, what does it mean to be where you're from?
All right, so I'm from Lexington, North Carolina, 336. It's a small town. Not really much going on here. If the rest of the world tell it, it's just a place that's all about barbecue, because it's like a lot of people from out of town and out of state. That's all they know. Like here for is on like barbecue. But I'm from uptown. Not the political uptown. I'm from the real uptown. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm from the projects, like Jamaica Drive. Like that's why I was like bred at. I ain't necessarily like where I was born. I was born uptown. Like when I left the hospital, I went to Tussey Street. And if y'all from here or y'all don't know, that's uptown. That's right there. It's a minute and 30 seconds from the project. So I'm really like project baby. You know what I'm saying? I moved around in different places of the city, but that's why like that's why I became a man. That you know what I'm saying. That's why I got most of my life memories at, and the people who mostly important to me. That's why I met them at. So yeah, that's where I'm from.
What's your best memory and your worst memory from being where you from?
My uh my best memory is probably like from an affectionate standpoint. I say that's why I found my first love, and my worst memory is I found my first love. Yeah,
Elaborate on that. What you mean?
it's
Like,
like the part
how can that be the same thing?
because it's like you know how they say like the old people be like the same thing make you laugh, make you cry.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So me growing up, I mean obviously now it's a whole lot of stuff that happened, but growing up that was like it, cause you know what I'm saying, I'm young, like, and when you young, like you start liking somebody, like you be automatically head over heels for them. You know what I'm saying? And like it's I love somebody and then they broke my heart, but that was some young shit. But now, like, um, at the time, like if I was speaking from a teenager standpoint, that would be it. But um, just like really learning like how people move and operate. That's the one of the best things I learned from being from out there. And the worst thing is like seeing people I care about like change on me, or some people pass away. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I wouldn't change nothing that ever happened ever in life. Like my thing is like whether you succeed or something, or you feel like you didn't accomplish your goal, it's never a failure. You feel what I'm saying? Because regardless of the fact, you always will be taught something. You can't consider something a failure if you taught something in the process. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. It's just some people I used to consider like this, and they just showed me their true colors. You feel me? But for the most part, like my top people still with me. It's just some people who was remotely close. But I'm glad they separated before I got this far in life.
Um, what's the biggest difference between where you're from, like back when you grew up, and now? Like, what's changed? If anything, what would it be the biggest difference?
The biggest difference is, well, they remodeled them bitches. They tried to, so like if y'all from here, y'all know back then, like the projects, it's two projects. Well, it's they the people, the government people say it's four of them, which would be old projects, new projects, Helen Cable, and the club apartments. But it's two projects. You got the new projects and the old projects. And the old project was Southside Village, and ours was Eastview Terrace. You see what I'm saying? But now it's like they named our shit like Harmony Court or some shit like this. I don't know, some weird ass shit. I mean, I guess it's like a calling or selling a promo thing. I don't know, but the biggest difference is now is it's just the people who be there. It's like, you know, I guess I guess that's how the world is through times. Like, it's different people out there, different, you know what I'm saying, just different characteristics of people, but you know that's the biggest difference, just different people, you know. Oh, and they remodeled them bitches, so they look better now. They ain't want to do that shit when I was out there, which is crazy, but you know, it is what it is.
If you could go back, would you still want to be brought up how you was brought up, raised when you was raised, or being an adult now, seeing that it's a different side? Would you rather have a lifestyle that other people may have had growing up, or?
See, the thing is, like I had said, like briefly at the beginning, I wasn't out there my whole life. You see what I'm saying? So I had the fact that I lived in, like, I ain't have a rough like childhood. Like growing up, like that shit wasn't rough. Like I ain't go cap about the shit. Like it wasn't rough. Like I was born uptown, then I had moved with some other family members, and up until I was like probably like 11, I was like in regular houses. You know what I'm saying? Houses / apartment. No, we always had a house. Yeah, we always had a house. I was in a regular house. But then I moved to the projects. Like after my aunt passed away, and then my sister moved with my mama, and in Helen Cable, and some shit happened out there, and we ended up moving to the new projects, and shit just was always right. It's just something about uptown, you know what I'm saying? It's just like no knock on nowhere else, but it was just always home. You feel what I'm saying? But I wouldn't change nothing, like, because I learned the ins and outs on both sides of the grid. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't change nothing, and I learned more from in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like in the projects, it's just like when you with a population of people, like you tend to learn different things versus being in like a single house, and you ain't really got like that many people to communicate with. But out there, so it was so bunched in, and we was just all together. You just learn so much. Like you learn so much. Like it was a blessing for real. Like I hate how I ended back up there, but I'm like, if that single situation could change, it would. But I wouldn't trade nothing else. Like I would 100% always like love everything that happened for me out there. I wouldn't change that for nothing, not for the world.
How was it going to school? Was it any different as far as like, you know, did you feel any different? Did you feel like, I mean, as far as your school, was there any kind of difference as far as like different classes, different groups of individuals? Did you feel left out, or did you fit in? Like, who were you as a student?
See, me, like in school personally, the crazy thing is like I was always in like them classes like AG, advanced, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and third. But the only difference is living in the projects and living anywhere else going to school is we just had to walk to school. You know what I'm saying? Like I was that dude like from the projects and AG classes, you know what I'm saying? So I had book and street smarts, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really a rare combination. You can take those two things, and like my level of both is like I had the book smarts way before the street smarts though, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I ain't getting until I was really like growing up in the jacks, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing was just walking to school, because we had to walk to school, rain, sleet, or snow, when they had school and it was snowing. It was crazy because I used to be cold as hell some days, and at like beginning of school, like beginning of school year, we get together, you know, so everybody check their fit out and goddamn walk to school, and for the people I be with, like I'm in the middle, like as far as the ages go. You got the older group, you got the some slightly younger than me, and it's just like me, I'm directly in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so, but just walking to school, but other than that, like, it was just crazy. Of course, the people, like some of the teachers and shit used to try to have pity, like, are you okay? Or something. Everything going right? I don't know. I just this work too fucking easy. I just don't feel like being here. Like, quit looking at me like that. Like, I remember a time it's like I'm in school, I do the work and put my head down. Next thing I know, I'm in guidance. And they ask me, is everything okay? I'm like, but it's easy ass work, bro. Like, the fuck? Like, that shit was crazy. But, yeah, other than that, that shit it was normal. Ain't really no big difference. We just rode the bus when I lived in, outside of the projects. But, yeah.
So did you feel like there was a challenge at school? Did you or you just felt like it was easy?
Man, that shit was a breeze, bro. It was like school was never no challenge for me. Like, like that shit. I used to literally like. I used to like literally fucking just do work and put my head down, like, and I was like, and once I realized like how easy the shit was, I just used to want to just go through school and get out so I could go to my addiction, because I used to be addicted to a couple different things. Like, but that's what I used to do. I just wanted to get out of school and go handle my addictions. It was crazy.
So you speak on addiction. You know, you gotta elaborate on that a little bit more. Like, leaving the school, what was the rush to get out of school? What did you want to do?
So my thing was like I had like real bad addiction. Like, it wasn't like no drugs and no shit like that. I was addicted to sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to have it. It's like, it's crazy because like it be people that be like, how old was you when you lost your virginity? And I'm like, I was 12. You know what I'm saying? Like 7th grade year, spring break. You know what I'm saying? And everybody around me, same situation. We all, hell, some people 11, 13, anywhere between 11 and 14, that like that shit was gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it was. And like, once you get, man, listen, bro. Hey, look, once you that young and you get your first piece of, you like, damn, I wonder how the next one is. Or I need some more of this. And you really don't know what you're doing, but you know you done it. You see what I'm saying? You just get real curious. Like, you be wanting to get that shit. And I can remember vividly, I'm in 9th grade, I'm in earth science. I'm just like, my teacher's name was Mr. Humble. I'm just in there asleep because I done all the work. Like, and I'm just like, I'm ready to go. Like, earth science, like 3rd period. You know, 3rd period, we dragging ass, bro. Like, that shit took forever because 4th period was like gym. You know, that shit fly. Then, but earth science, that shit just blew me, bro. Like, but I just be addicted to that shit, bro. Like, I couldn't get my mind off of it. Like, I was just addicted. I had to have it, bro. Like, multiple times, every day. And like, I don't know, that shit used to blow me. Like, I had to have it. Like, it's crazy because y'all watching this, when I said addiction, I thought I was on some drugs or something. I got you. Nah, but yeah, but no knock to the people who have experience with drugs. Like, everybody got their own different addiction. For mine, I was 6. I guess I was a male nympho. I guess, I don't know.
So did you solve this addiction, or in this current day, are you still suffering from these same issues?
Shit,
I wouldn't say suffering, because that's not like a problem, but you know.
Yeah, it's like now. Okay, so well, let me put this in terms. So now it's like I don't have to have it, but it's like something I would like. You see what I'm saying? Because like, once you start that early, okay, so for example, you in the NFL, right? You're a running back for the NFL. When you first about to play your first season, like as a rookie, you be so anxious to get out there and run the ball. But when you become like a vet 6 years later, like, it's either I'm gonna score a touchdown or I don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't really be tripping. But and now it's like I can lay beside a girl right now in the bed and just hold her, like really just hold her and talk and vibe and go to sleep. Back then, nah, you in bed with me, it's a jack move. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up there. Like, but it's more control now. Yeah, I mean, but who don't like sex though? Like, You feel me? That's like sex, money, and drugs make the world go around. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle with a little religion in there. Those four things really make the world go around. Because anything that you watch, they even incorporate it with the cartoons and shit now. Like sex, money, religion, and whatever else I said, I forgot. It make the world go around, but it's controlled now. Like it's controlled.
How do you feel about? Because you said it's basically in the cartoons and stuff. How do you feel about kids being exposed to it too soon? I mean, kids. I mean, like toddlers and elementary school students.
Like sex, being exposed to sex.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's okay. So when I say exposure, some people know when you say exposure, some people are quote unquote guarded heavy, like by parents in life, like they are so like protected by their parents, and it's like they don't get a chance to. It's some people I know, like my homeboy, I ain't gonna say his name, but his pops was a Jehovah's Witness, right? When I lived in Helen Cable, and it used to make me so mad because he ain't ever like get shit for Christmas and shit, like. But like I said, they so guarded, and I think that the kids, like it's being put out more, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think some parents use instead of conversations like we used to have when we was little with our parents, they use electronic devices as babysitters. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, and there's no barriers on them, so you know what I'm saying, they can search up anything. And now it's crazy because like technology nowadays is like you could be, I don't know how the fuck this shit be happening, but you can think of something in your mind and you'll get on Facebook, Instagram, and scroll down and see what the fuck you was thinking. I'm like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like one time I was thinking about some Amazon shit. I scrolled down that shit right there. It's an ad for it. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. Like I don't know, but yeah, but I think parents just be turning electronic devices into babysitters, and them little babies just be getting ideas and stuff. And that's another thing, like too much exposure creates curiosity. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I think it's important that, like as a parent myself, like I be telling my son, well, all of them, anything on your mind, let's talk about it. And I know when something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you better than you know yourself. You feel me? So that just be my thing. Like speak up and don't limit the tablets life. You know, even the video games, bro. Like the GTAs of the world. Like it's be crazy, bro. I remember when I was playing fucking Vice City or something like that. It was like I looked on the internet, dial up at the time. It was like you pick a girl up and pull over and stop, and the car start rocking. Like I was saying, what the. This is crazy, bro. Like, it's a video game, bro. And then, like, as a child, you're like, damn, I don't know what they doing. Like, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the rappers and the movies, everything that people look up to, and they want to like mimic them so much, and they just get into it. So, but I say that to say, the exposure comes from the internet, and back in the day, we ain't really had that until like I was like a teenager. I mean, we had internet, but I ain't really started, you know what I'm saying, getting heavy until I was like a teenager. So yeah, that's to me, that's what it is.
How do you feel about mental health in today's society? Do you think we're covering it like we should? And what do you think as far as like if we're not covering it, what should we do to change it?
See, my thing is, as far as mental health goes, it's a double-edged sword. I think people use mental health is ignored, but at the same time, people use it as a scapegoat. For example, boom. Let's say me, for example, I could be like having a real bad day, some shit like something that triggered me from my past. I'm just wilding, doing all kind of crazy things. The whole time I'm having a mental breakdown. But but the rest of the world, like especially in men, you know what I'm saying? Like the world be like, dang, chuck that shit up, you know what I'm saying? Chin up, you a dude, like get that shit under control. Then same situation where somebody would knowingly go kill somebody and blame it on, oh, his parents got divorced when he was little, or his girlfriend broke up with him. He is mentally incapable of standing trial. Whole time, all I did was cuss a couple people out. I'm a crazy man. Now, this person that did all this, they just a mental patient. But I don't think it's covered or respected as much as it should be, to me personally. That's what I think.
You just spoke on the court system, so my next question is, how do you feel about like how the court process goes as far as jury selection, being judged by a judge? How do you feel about the judicial system? What's your opinion?
I think the justice system is broken. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that just from personal experience, because even when I started experiencing, like, not directly towards me, but people around me, like, start dealing with the justice system, I think it's a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, and I feel like every so often what they do is they recycle the streets. Whether you're guilty or not guilty, they gotta make money. So somebody gonna be guilty. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's a broken system. I mean, sometimes it works and sometimes, most of the time it don't. You know, but I was watching the movie Life the other day, and at the end, dude say 40 years is a long time for anybody. I don't care what crime they did. And Martin will be like, it's a hell of a long time when you're innocent. And dude, like, you know how many people saying they innocent? The whole time they was really innocent. And there's so many people locked up now that be innocent. They do 50, 60 years and then get found out that they innocent over some bullshit. You know how much money the government that made off of that person for being locked up for 50 years? Like, it's a business. The justice system it ain't perfect, but it's nowhere. That shit is fucked up. For real. Like, I don't know, man. But that's just one of them things. It's one of them gray areas where that need a whole lot of help. It's crazy.
So, if you was called to be on jury duty, would you do, your job and, really listen to it, or would you just be obligated to feel like that's not your job? Like, it's not in your hands to make this decision.
I would really like listen to that person, because like I've been in a situation like somebody personally who had to be involved with jury duty, and the jury really didn't give a fuck because they was like ready to go home and shit. Not all of them, but most of them. I think it was like 11 to 12 on them or something like that. 12 on them, and then a couple on like they ain't really want to be there. They was just ready to fucking go home. They don't give a fuck whether this person guilty or not. I'll really listen. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to be involved with that shit like at all, bro. Because that ain't like, say this person and says some sweet shit, and it makes sense. Like, everything they saying makes sense. The whole time they done raped the kid. You know what I'm saying? Now, me just believing that the stuff that they saying because it sounds so good and ain't no evidence pointing towards and they done did this shit and I found them not guilty. You see what I'm saying? But I'll try to tell them. I don't know. I'll try to figure out a way to get out of it. I don't know. That's crazy.
So speaking on like court cases and situations, let me give you a scenario for instance. So let's just say you was caught up in this YSL and Young Thug situation and they offered you a plea. Would you take it?
Nah, I couldn't. I couldn't. The reason I wouldn't, let's back up for a second. If the plea involves me testifying, that's what you mean?
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, you can say you testify and but you ain't gotta get nothing once you say up there. It happened on Power, by the way. Like, dude was like, okay, I'll testify. And he got out. He went up there and he ain't say nothing. Because when they say they testify, they ain't say what you gotta testify. You see what I'm saying? But man, I don't know, man. It'd be crazy. I think a lot of people don't be knowing the law, and when they get back there, they like them people be on first 48. They be like, let me get a cigarette and a soda, and they get to talking. Them motherfucking goddamn prosecutors being there. Oh, you gonna do 100 years? We're gonna take your kids, and they fold like whole time. Like that shit just to get you to break. You feel me? But
so you feel it's important to know the law?
Very important to know the law. Like it's important to know the law. Like you gotta know the law because they'll try to play you. You know what I'm saying? Like they really try to play you. That's what having book and street, the combination of book and street smarts come in at. You feel me? So it's very important to know the law. It's of most importance to know the law because they'll try to play you now. I ain't saying every cop. Well, I think every cop crooked because even the ones who claim they ain't crooked, they know what's going on with the crooked ones and they ain't coming out against them. So I think the whole, I don't know, man, it's crazy, man. Yeah, that shit is wicked.
So we're gonna go left for a second. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
This might be weird, but I wish I could talk to animals. Like, who the fuck, like, bro, like, talking to an animal, bro, like, yo, blue whale, take me to the ocean's, the bottom of the ocean real quick. Or I don't know, bro. Or, I don't know. I want to talk to animals for real.
So you think it would be something that would be found once you speak to like the wildlife? You think you'll find out some deep dark secrets, or?
Hell yeah, yeah. I found some secrets. What a bullshit that Dr. Sebi found at Cure Council. Hey, go to the rainforest, holler at a frog real quick, like, you know what I'm saying. And plus, if I could talk to animals and nobody knew about it, they wouldn't try to kill me. Motherfuckers see me flying, they would try to kill me. Before see me running real fast, they would do something. You know what I'm saying? They would try to weaponize me. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody, motherfucker, you feel me? Let me turn the view. They would try to weaponize me automatically. But if I talk to animals, that's something that won't nobody ever think of. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck? Everybody wants to fly or be invisible. I want to talk to animals. You know what I'm saying? Go tell this fish, jump on my hook. I'm going to throw you back. Mr. Lion, don't do it. You see what I'm saying?
So would your lifestyle change? Would you continue to live a regular life, or would you feel like you would be obligated to live a wild life, like out in the woods?
No, fuck no. Hell no. I wouldn't do that. That shit ain't. I don't even like being outside as a regular person. Hell no. I don't be outside. Fuck that. Hell no. I ain't no. I don't be like Donnie from the Thornberries. I ain't know. I'm gonna be regular. Hell no. I'm gonna be just so happy when I get the chance to talk to an animal. I had that ability, but I wouldn't change nothing though. Nah, hell no. Fuck that. That shit harsh. Hell no.
So that's a power. If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
This might sound crazy, but like, I wish everything and everybody was gray. Like gray blobs. Like, matter of fact, gray, you know the little ghosts on Pac-Man, how colorful they are? And it's a difference, you know, but when they turn blue, they're all the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meaning that when they're colorful and different, they're all on the attack. But when they're blue, they mind their business, they going the other way. If everybody was gray and everything in the world was gray, it won't be no war. Everybody would be the same. Everybody had the same amount of money. Everybody had the same, you see what I'm saying? It's like everything would be great. Won't be no competition, no war. I feel like the natural resources would be abundant. It wouldn't be freaking holes in the ozone layer that doesn't really exist, but they put that in these books for these kids. It wouldn't be a space. It wouldn't have been a space race for the moon that we never landed on. Like, it'd be a whole bunch of things. Like, you know, yeah. So I think everything would just be great for everybody to be the same. I mean, and I can't say, and some people watching might be like, well, dang, nobody would be happy or sad. Well, emotions, when in order to be happy, you gotta you go through some sadness, but if everything's just the same and great, man, you don't worry about it. Happiness would have never been the thing if everything was great. So you don't have to worry about, man. I mean, everything would be like just gray and emotionless. Like it's crazy, like a dark void of anti everything. That's crazy.
So this is a battle I have internally. Do you think evil is necessary?
I think evil. I think without evil, it wouldn't be no good. You see what I'm saying? And evil is only labeled as evil by those who feel as if that. I think like if somebody does something quote unquote that's evil, it's just how it's an opinion. You see what I'm saying? It's an opinion from somebody else. For example, I can go outside and like cut a tree down. To some people, that's be considered an evil deed because I'm taking away from, you know what I'm saying, the environment. But at the same time, it could be somebody's house who I'm trying to save from like a bad storm for the tree falling over. To them is good, but to somebody else is evil. So it's kind of like I think evil is opinion. It's one of those opinion things. So, it's kind of like one of those, like Travian things, like it's one of those seesaw affair kind of things. But yeah, it's an opinion to me.
So we're gonna go back on the personal level. I know that you have a book coming out.
Yeah.
Can you speak on that for a minute? What it entails, what story you telling, and what it's about a little bit?
All right, so basically, it's about me, and it's like like I briefly spoke on like growing up in the projects at the beginning of this interview, but that is like it's called Public Housing. It's gonna drop it early March, and it's kind of like it's not kind of, it's a real detailed outline for what goes on, because from the outside looking in, people just judge and they don't know. They just infer things that happen, but I'm gonna really break it down on what happened and how it really go. Like, so I'm gonna do it from the standpoint as a child, a teenager, and an adult, and looking back now that I left. Like, so that's how it's gonna be. It's called Public Housing. It'll be available early March, and it's gonna be on audiobooks. So Amazon. So yeah, I can't wait. Y'all stay tuned.
You see that merch you got on too? What about that?
Oh, this is Star Power, man. So we came up with this during COVID. Star Power basically mean like be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, like everybody is a star. And when I say star, I mean everybody can just be themselves. It takes so much energy just to be yourself instead of trying to emulate somebody else. Like, just be yourself. Like, that's the whole meaning behind it. This right here, this design right here, it's a little girl. She drew this, and I told her I'll put it on the shirt. So she drew this, and this was her design. So she did a really good job with that. Yeah.
It's amazing. So you got the book coming out, got the clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
What other ventures are you going into this year, 2023?
So short filming. I'm back in school. Starting in May. I put it off for a while because I was having I couldn't get into my FAFSA the right way, and it was just tripping. And so I was gonna start in December, but I pushed it off and I started back in May. I'm gonna do that so I can get a better feel with the digital cinematography part of life. Other than that, do that, short films. For my city, I'm running for mayor next election. No cap, I'm running for mayor. The world, everything will be different if the world was more splash like. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just so cool, man. I don't be tripping about nothing for real. Like I'm just cool, and that's just how it's gonna be. Running for mayor. Y'all gonna see my campaigns and everything. I'm running for mayor. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. That's bad. That's terrible. I was just playing. But just imagine that shit though. I'll be a cool ass man. Like, yeah. My first order of business. I'm going to the light bill company. Everybody gets 60% off for a year. You know what I'm saying? So that's my first order of business is made. They feel me. Hey, and the pool gonna be free. The pool gonna be free, and everybody getting 60% off of their light bill for a year. So yeah, then my first orders of business. Bob the mayor, Big Bob Mayor, Mayor Bob. I don't know, but yeah, I come up with my mayor name later on. So, but yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, I'll be chilling for real. You know, just.
Last but not least, I want you to think about this question as I'm answering. I mean, I'm asking you, and I want you to answer it specifically to what I'm asking. Who is Bobby Splash? And who do you want the people to know you as? Like, what is your legacy? What will be your legacy? And we're going to end it off on that.
Who is Bobby Splash? I am the epitome of all real niggas. Nah, I'm really just, I'm just humble and thankful that, like, I'm just a person who I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You feel me? Like, that's me. Like, I'm real as they come. They say real people don't call themselves that, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm real. Like, I'm that friend that's gonna tell you fucking up if you fucking up. If you got something in your hair, if you don't smell right and I fuck with you, I'm gonna tell you. Cause if some people just be letting that slide to try to save people feelings, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm just a real person. Like, I'm real. Like, I feel like if something happened to me, it'd be a holiday. You see what I'm saying? Because can't nobody say nothing bad about me that I done to them if they didn't have it coming already. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never fucked nobody over in my life if they ain't had it coming to them. So that's just me as a person. You feel me? Like, I'm rare. That's why anybody who fuck with me. Like, they fuck me for a long term. Cause this ain't. Like, I ain't no short term person. Like, if you fuck with me, then we gonna rock out till they close that bitch. You hear me? So that's just who I am. Like, I'm a genuine, humble guy. Like, and you can come to talk to me about anything, judge free, and it'll never get repeated. Cause that's one thing about me. I'm the type of person that if you tell me something, you never told me. You see what I'm saying? Cause I ain't. That's where it's gonna end at. Like. That's just me. That's me, Bobby Splash, Josh Gilmore, man. Like, that's just who I am. I'm just a humble dude, man. I be chilling. I don't want no trouble, man. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I just want to relax and write my book, man. That's it, man. That's it. That's me. Welcome to the Splash Show, baby.